Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back once again to the AGS TV channel. Now, before we go into the absolute shambles that was the Villa Wolves game, I'm very happy to announce our very first sponsor of the channel. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very excited to announce the first ever sponsor of the channel, Manscaped.com. They have hit us up with an amazing box set that we're going to show you and display you all the best men's grooming products, including the Lawnmower 4.0. The new Lawnmower 4.0 offers next level men's grooming technology. It also includes 2 settings that you can do to personalize your own grooming desires. You can also get yourself your very own ball deodorant. You always need to make sure your balls smell very, very nice. And you can also help that with a ball toner after you shave. The Lawnmower 4.0 allows you to charge it with a USB Type-C charger, and you can also see how much it's charged to the LED lights displayed on the razor. Don't forget, you can also get yourself a travel bag. I mean, you need to save a bit of space here and there. You've got so much available here to get. You've got to keep it all nice and confined in a lovely little travel box like that. All this came through with the box that we were sent, and you can get that very own box yourself with 20% off and free delivery with code AJSTV. You can get all of this from manscaped.com and you will not regret it with code AJSTV. 20% off, remember, and free delivery. I've had the best time using the Lawnmower 4.0. It has been the best razor by a mile for me. I've had issues of cutting, I've had terrible grooming issues, but I've had none of that with the Lawnmower 4.0. So make sure you check it out from manscaped.com, and the link will be in the description below. Thank you very much for supporting the channel. Alright, now on to the absolute shambles that was the Villa game. Where do I even start? The fact is, we bottled it. Plain and simple, we absolutely, categorically bottled that game off 3 set pieces. Now, the set piece coach will get all the credits he deserves when we score set pieces, but when we concede from them, rightfully so, he should also get a bit of criticism. And we've literally lost the game today off set pieces. Now, going off the whole performance of the game itself rather than the final 15 minutes of the game, it was fairly even. I'd say we controlled a lot of the first half. I thought Buendia was absolutely brilliant today. John McGinn, really, really good. But a lot of meh performances from the average Villa player. And although we were 2-0 up, it's one of those games you'd rather just want to forget, move on. You know, a bit like the Everton game. If you take out the 20-minute period of Leon Bailey ripping up Everton, you kind of just want to forget about that game and move on. The desire and belief of Wolves won them the game. As soon as that goal came back, I think it was Saiss scored for Wolves, got them right back into the game, we fell apart. We crumbled. And if we played another half an hour, they probably would have scored more goals because we completely capitulated. The first goal was terrible marking by Danny Ings. Ball came back into the middle. Saiss had a tap in. The second goal was terrible marking by Ollie Watkins. Strikers cannot mark players. Some of our tactics need to change from set pieces because when that initial ball is dealt with, we got players like Ollie Watkins and Danny Ings that are having to defend. And they're not good enough at defending. Danny Ings for the first goal. Ollie Watkins for the equaliser. The ball came across Watkins and went to Connor Cody, who tapped the ball in on the line. 2 terrible bits of defending from them two. And then the deflected free kick. It's hard to criticise anyone for that. It is just a bit unfortunate. I think maybe Matt Target probably should, stand up a little bit. He tried to duck out of the free kick, I think, a little bit, and it's hit his hip rather than hitting, straight on. And that's just sent Martinez the wrong way. That is a bit unfortunate, but again, it's another set-piece goal that we've conceded. And where do we move on from here? Because the Tottenham game 2 weeks ago, we were awful in. And we had some time away with the international break, had a bit of a reset. And for 80 minutes of the game, we weren't amazing, but we weren't awful either. So I thought it was at least a bit of progression in terms of what we were against Spurs. But the character of the team needs to be questioned. Dean Smith needs to be questioned. Now, some clowns on Twitter will say things like Dean Smith out. Very reactionary people. Now, I try and make this channel not reactionary at all. I've had time to reflect. I did a TikTok video as well. If you want to see that, I'll put that in the description as well. Just like those were my initial thoughts after the game. I've had more time to really sit and reflect on what I thought about the game. I gotta give credit where it's due. Wolves actually did start to perform towards the end of the game. They definitely built upon the goal that they scored, and whether they deserved to win or not, they did win, and they won't care. They will not care about the goals they scored. They will not care that their last goal took a horrific deflection. At the end of the day, 3 points are 3 points. It's a results-based business, and they won the game. They won the game. Like I said, some people on Twitter will want Dean Smith out. I'm not Dean Smith out, right? I think Dean Smith has took Villa forward. Some people question, is this the furthest he can take us? I see parallels between us and Man United, where Ollie out seems to be the like the hashtag they use a lot, and their supporters are anti Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. And I think if Villa continue down the path that we are, we will eventually have hashtag Dean Smith out. I don't want Smith to go, especially. I want Smith to go off his own decision. I want Smith to leave a legend. I don't want him to leave after getting sacked because of poor performances. I think we can perform. I'm still not overly set on this 5-back formation. I think with the fully fit Villa squad, I'd like to see us play wingers. Leon Bailey, I have no idea how he's going to fit into the system. Bailey's been injured for how long? I got to question the medical staff because he seems to have been out for ages now. And I have no idea when he's going to come back. Something I need to also pick on as well with Dean Smith. Substitutions. Emi Buendia was easily the best player on the pitch that day. Maybe John McGinn second, but Emi Buendia's passing was amazing. Danny Ings let him down with a shot in the first half where he should have scored. Buendia played a wonderful through ball, cut Wolves' defence in half, and he should have stayed on the field. Now I know Jacob Ramsey has had a good season with Aston Villa, but you don't take off your best performing player. You just don't, because at the time we controlled it, we were comfortable. I know Dean Smith didn't, he can't exactly look into the future and see what happens, but you don't take your best player off the field. I thought Buendia was absolutely amazing, and Jacob Ramsey comes on. And Ramsey was pretty damn awful. Pretty damn awful. I think he also conceded the foul that led to the third goal. The free kick that never scored. I'm pretty certain he fouled him. Now, obviously, like I said, hindsight is a good thing. But our game management has to be questioned. There's too many times where we have bottled games, or we get to the end of a game and we don't perform. The Tottenham game, I think, is a good example of this. Terrible first half, recovered in the second half, got the equalising goal, conceded the second goal, and that was it. Absolutely flat for the last 20 minutes. Tottenham took the mick, and Heung-min Son tore us to pieces. That cannot happen. And then, with the Wolves game, we concede 3 very late goals. If we lose our next game, Smith could genuinely be on the sack list. I wouldn't do it, but it's heading that way for certain. We need to make sure we cut out these little mistakes, and I think eventually we will progress as a team. The final thing I need to touch upon, Watkins and Danny Ings strike partnership, I'm not sure about. Now, I wish football worked on paper the way it does in real life, but it's not the case. I always thought that Danny Ings and Watkins would work well together. Watkins is the one to press the back line of defenders. He's got the pace, whereas Danny Ings has got the finish. And I thought, maybe these two will have a good partnership. I've not seen it. I've not seen it so far. And that can change. But as of right now, I have not seen it. And Aston Villa have 8 points in 10 games. And I don't really think that's good enough. But you guys let me know what you think. Are Villa going to have to sack Dean Smith? Are we stagnating in midfield? And are we going to, as of right now, compete for the top 7, top 6, whatever you are? I'd like the BTEC Europa competition. I think that would be a success. Anything lower isn't really. Are we going to do that with this squad, with this formation? Let me know what you think, because as of right now, I think something needs to change. And hopefully it won't be the manager. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and don't forget 20% off with Manscaped using code AJSTV. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you again very, very soon.